Thanks for listening to our podcast, unMetered. As a member-owned, not-for-profit electric cooperative, our focus is on providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. One way that we're doing that is by providing more avenues of communication to you, our member. Through the podcast, we hope that you will be able to find some helpful hints, tips, and things to help you conserve energy, as well as some informational pieces that will help you understand what it means to be a member. Welcome back to another episode of unMetered. Extremely excited to have you here. Extremely excited to have you guys here because guess what? This week is our last podcast before our new myMTEMC is rolling out.
That's right. We're really looking forward to this. We've been talking about it for the past 5 weeks.
Just about, yeah.
About the last 5 weeks, and we're extremely excited about it. It's been something that like we said, you've heard, but that the team's really just been working really hard to get rolled out. But I mean, we're going to touch on everything. Some of the things, just kind of recap what we've talked about here in the past couple weeks. But first and foremost, last night we had some storms.
Yeah, we did.
We had some storms. Thankfully, we didn't really have any outages, which was kind of nice.
Right.
But as this spring weather rolls in the middle of summer.
Started July here. It's just been raining the entire time.
Right.
It always reminds us that if you have an outage, you can always call 877-777-9111. And what that is, that's our outage line.
Yep.
You'll be able to let us know if you experience an outage. You'll also be able to call in for updates on your account.
Well, and here, as we start to roll out the myMTEMC piece, we're going to, as we continue to develop these pieces, they're going to be able to do it mobily. They're going to be able to do it, on the fly. So, and even know if they're, if they're at work or whatever, and out and about, if they have an outage, they're going to have that. So, be able to do that. But one of the other cool things about myMTEMC is sharing change. You can sign up to that. Well, right now you can sign up just by going to sharingchange.org or giving us a call at 877-777-9020, and one of our member service folks would get you signed up. But coming in the future, you'll be able to do it on. At least go be able to easily navigate to the site to be able to sign
exactly.
up.
I mean, and once myMTEMC rolls out on Monday,
right.
You'll be able to handle all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to also participate and be easier to sign up in our Sharing Change Plus program, which allows you to donate not just the change from your bill, but also a little bit extra for those that want to do that. So, and let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about myMTEMC since we're already talking about it. It's on probably the most exciting piece that is coming out is the fact that we're finally getting an app.
That's right.
We are cutting edge. App is coming out in 2017. Now, some people may say that we're a little behind.
Well,
but the truth is that we wanted to do it right.
Well, that is a great point. Here's the thing. Could we have just rolled out a junk app? Of course, but who wants to do that?
Exactly.
We exist solely to serve our members.
Exactly.
So we're not going to serve our members junk. So we took the time, and this app is really cool. I mean, it is the development, being on the watching this stuff and being on the development side of it. Where we are, not on the building side, side of development, but looking at how things are. It's been really cool to watch, and it's been kind of a cool process. I'm really excited, and it'll be available Monday.
And that's something that I think is I'm personally really excited to as soon as, of course, we kind of have a leg up. We know when it's gonna we know the exact moment it goes out there.
Right.
So but we're super excited. I mean, I'm already waiting to sign up for it. I've got I'm being a member. I know my bill's coming up, and I'm pretty excited to get signed up on our auto pay program, which is something that for me is extremely handy.
Right.
I can store all my payment methods, bank drafts, or whatever it is,
Yep.
all stored in the app. Super easy to get a hold of. You can do it all from the go, 24/7.
Right.
No reason now to have to go to the drive-in or anything like that.
That's right. And you mentioned auto pay. That's one of the things that as we are transitioning, our systems, that we want to make sure that members know is yes, a lot of that is going to be seamless, but just double check with your financial institution, double check with your bank or whoever it is that you work with auto pay and that you do your online banking with, because our account numbers are changing.
Exactly.
It's going from a 2000 number to a 20, and so just just give them a call. Make sure that, or when you're going in there and doing all that stuff, just make sure that you get that account number changed or that it did update. Last thing we want is for a hiccup in the system, for some reason it not to get updated on your financial institution side, and then all of a sudden you have a late bill or something like that. And if that happens, give us a call.
Exactly.
By all means, give us a call, but check it out. But so you make sure and check yours out too.
I'll definitely. Well, and the thing is, I'm still a new enough member that I haven't memorized my account number. So the thing is that I'm going to be learning our new account number because this is the new number going forward. So while there are a few things that you'll be able to use the 2000 number for, the reality is that going forward, that number is no longer going to be used at all. So just go ahead, remember, drop 2 zeros out of your account number. Go from 2000 to 20.
That's right.
There you go.
Don't just drop any 2 zeros.
Yeah, not just any of them, but just.
Well, and you bring up a good point too. That 2000 number you can use that to register for myMTEMC, both the online portal, the desktop version, or the app. And the cool thing about that is once you register for one, the registration works for the other. So it makes it very easy. If you're say you're at work, or you're having lunch or whatever, and you're in front of a computer sitting at your desk, you think, oh, you know what, I might as well register for this real quick. It's pretty quick, and you can jump in there, and then you download the app from the App Store or Google Play, and you're set. Same login credentials, you're set. You're good to go.
Well, and one thing also to remember that is they can always go to mtmc.com/myMTEMC starting on the 10th. There'll actually be some how-to documents along with some other information on how to easily get back in there and do what they're looking for. Because myMTEMC is new. Like you said, there's a mobile version. There's going to be an app. There's also going to be the web portal side of things. But that's not the only thing that's rolling out. So we've also got a new bill design that's coming out,
which looks so cool. You may have seen it in your Tennessee magazine. Little bill explanation.
It's actually rotating behind us every now and then. Some of the key highlights that are coming out.
And it's pretty cool. I mean,
there it is right there.
Yeah, it looks great. We have it's colorful. The graph is awesome. I was talking to some friends, telling them about it, and it gives you like your average daily usage, both in kilowatt hours and dollar amount.
Right.
And the cool thing about it, there's a coupon on the back that you get that you can have some savings at one of the local store. But the cool thing about it is it's kind of a snapshot of what you can dive deeper into on the web portal and even in the myMTEMC app. So unlike in the past where, we've had to wait for a month to get a snapshot of what you use, you can dive into that stuff and see it all right there. I mean, it's pretty cool.
and that's extremely handy. With our with the infrastructure that we rolled out last year, it's given us the ability to provide more information to our members so that they can better, use their electricity.
That's right.
And that's what it comes down to, is making sure that the members are able to use their electricity better. So all the graphs, all of the comparison data that goes on, all that is purely for the members' benefit.
That's right.
And I think that's something that as a cooperative, we really want to remind our members that it is a member-owned, not for-profit, cooperative.
Everything that we do is to benefit the member. We're one of the only companies, if you will, or one of the only places with a business model that wants you to use less of our product. You don't hear that from when I go get gas in my car. They're not like, hey. You need to use less. No, they're like, hey, fill up, drive. It's awesome, and maybe that's a bad comparison. But the point is, we actually encourage members use less. And so these tools that we're rolling out, the web app or the web portal, the app, the information on the bill, all these things are just to help members save money. And I mean, our rates are low, and if you can couple rates that are on average 20% lower than the national average. You can couple that with savings with tools that we're rolling out. You're going to start saving money. I mean, you're going to start making changes. You're going to change the habits. You're going to have better energy habits, and you're going to end up saving money in the long run.
Well, and of course, also, you talking about that bill, there's energy efficiency tips on there. There's also information for the e-score program as well. Kind of gets our members involved with that. We have an entire group of people that is their one purpose is to help you be more energy efficient. And speaking of talking to people, our new phone system.
That's right.
It just keeps building. We keep getting more stuff as we go along.
Everything keeps going. The new phone system is very cool. We had a problem and I don't even know that it was a problem, but over the years, we've had the voice recognition.
It was more of a frustration sometimes.
Right, because there's sometimes if you're on the phone, if you're sitting, waiting for your car to get worked on or getting oil changed or something like that, and you're waiting and you're like, oh, I'll call in, the system had a hard time recognizing speech patterns.
Exactly.
We got rid of that. So now it's all touch tone, which is so much better. So members will be able to call in, less frustration there. It's and some of the prompts have changed. So listen to them.
Right.
Listen to all the new prompts. But you can dial one number, our main number, and you can get into everything that you need to. It's pretty cool.
And that number is 877-777-9020.
Right.
So the outage number, of course, is still directly, purely for outages going forward.
That's right.
We've also got our phone bill
Where
pay
you can dial
system
into
that's still going as well.
Exactly, same number. But if you forget them all, and the only thing you need to get into is you can call that 9020 number, and it will direct you. I mean, the menu's there. It tells you, where you need to go. It's
well,
good.
and again, that phone system. Again, the first time I tried to pay my bill, I tried to pay, using the online system, and I sometimes have a tendency to mumble. That is a real bad thing that I do. You would never have imagined that, right? And so I'm trying to put my card information in there, and it keeps on not getting it, and so finally it just kicks me over to somebody.
Yep.
And I'm literally sitting in my car on my lunch break, talking to someone just inside, because again there was just some issues. So that we're taking that system down and fixing that a little bit.
Right.
So that's going to be a fantastic.
And that
thing.
actually brings up another good point. We have a lot of members that pay by e-check, and so when they call into the system, the first time that they call in, they're going to have to enter a PIN number.
Sure.
And so or set up a PIN number. So when you call in the initial time, you're going to have to set up a PIN number. The cool thing is though, once you set that PIN number up, and it remembers that information, so you don't have to keep putting in your checking and all that stuff. It'll store that for you, locked in by your PIN number. So you set all that up. But it's important to remember that. So when you get that call and you're like, or when you call and you're like, what is this PIN number? You just have to set it up one time and you're set.
Well, and speaking of the e-check, it also gets us into the last piece that we kind of want to mention about is that through this weekend we're going to be having some difficulty. So e-check is still going to be available up until about 7 p.m. On Friday.
Right.
You'll be able to pay your bill either in the office or or mailing it in. All that stuff is fine through check or cash up until close of business. However, the credit card and debit card systems are going to be down while we're doing the new upgrades.
That's right.
Starting today at noon.
That's right. Yeah, it's really important. So this is where it gets kind of a little bit confusing. Like you said, today at noon, credit card and debit card systems will no longer be able to take payments.
Right.
You can still pay by e-check. You can still pay in the offices up until tomorrow. Pay cash in the offices or check in the offices up until tomorrow when the offices close at 4:30. You can call us until 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock tomorrow, there are no payments. We're not taking any payments until Monday when the new system comes up, Monday morning. So, if your bills come due, you want to make sure and get that paid up, take care of it no later than tomorrow at 7 o'clock if you're calling. But remember, if you're paying by credit card or debit card, you got to do it pretty much today. I mean, by the time that this podcast actually comes out,
it'll already be too late.
Yeah. So. But just make sure and give us a call. And of course, like with anything, call us. You have to reach out to us. We can't go out with 217,000 members. We can't reach out to every single one of them, unfortunately. So if you miss it, if you're having troubles, call us. And
that also reminds me of the fact that with talking about bill pay and all these types of things, those that are using online bill pay, they'll need to go back and reset up the paperless billing option. So with this new system, of course, it's a whole new system and it's a upgraded and has all these improvements. But as part of that, you're going to have to go back in and re-sign up for your paperless billing. Now, some of you will be getting physical bills this month,
even if you had paperless,
even if you had paperless, because you may have been in those first few days worth of bills that went out. So again, make sure you go in there. We've mentioned the fact that you need to double check your financial institution for your account information. This is a great time to do all that in one shot.
That's right.
You can still sign up for both the paperless option and you can still get a paper bill, either one, but still pay online. So again, everything is pretty much staying the same in terms of how you can pay. There's a few new options, for instance, like MoneyGram and some other other parts like that. But the best thing to do is to go to myMTEMC or to mtmc.com/myMTEMC.
That's right.
And so, like I said, everything will be right there for you to be able to find out what
One
you're
of the
looking
things, before we get ready to sign it off, and when you were talking about going there and signing up for paperless, it just reminded me, when you go, as soon as this all rolls out, members have had online access for a long time to be able to pay their bills. When beginning Monday, everybody who has gone to mtmc.com to pay their bill or anything like that is going to have to re-register.
Right.
None of your old registration is going to work. I mean, and that's a really important thing to remember. When you go there and you log on with your old credentials, it's not going to work. You have to re-register. So, it's kind of a hassle initially, but I'm telling you, once you do it one time, boom, you're done. It is so much better. Oh my gosh. But remember, you do have to re-register, and if you have troubles, check out mtmc.com.
Of course. Well, thanks again for listening in this week. Next week when we come back, we will be actually talking a little bit about post-launch. This new myMTEMC, and we'll be able to to fill you in on some more information as things kind of come along. Of course, as with any type of a new system, new program, there's going to be some additional informational that needs to go out.
And bear with us this weekend, or the end of this week and into Monday. We're really excited about this.
Yep.
We understand that whenever you launch anything like this, there's a potential for a hiccup. There's potential for some things to happen. And so we just ask, as we're rolling this stuff out and stepping it out, just bear with us. We're gonna do everything that we can to get everything squared away and have it ready for you. But as we roll it out, just have some patience and we'll get it.
And of course, if you have any questions, go to mtmc.com. That's probably where that is where we have any type of alerts, any type of additional information that you need to know, and so that way you don't have to remember all the phone numbers or anything like that. Just go to the website, check us out on social. Most of the information will be on there as well.
That's right.
Along with additional links. So check those out, and then if you're curious to see what else is going on, look back at the previous podcast the myMTEMC and You podcast series.
That's right.
And it's got pretty much a breakdown of what all's coming, so you can kind of get excited for it. So thanks again for listening, and we hope that we'll see you again next week.
See you.